What's going on, Alpha Futures family? Welcome back to the YouTube page. Today we're going to be going over some of our most successful and just some of our most touching stories from the Discord, from our traders directly, people that have been kind enough to share their experience with us and share a little bit about their story as a trader, which we always appreciate. That honesty and vulnerability, because some of these people talk about some of their struggles, which I think is really important for traders to hear, because most of these people have been successful and done payouts with us, but it wasn't always that way for them as a trader. All right, up first here we have Bullish Bryce. He's gonna pop up later in the video, I promise. He's been trading with us pretty much since launch in July of this year. This message is from October, but basically he's talking about, hey, I made that transfer from Forex to futures. And you know, he's had some better success with us compared to other firms. I appreciate him not calling out any of those other firms too, because while we believe we have some of the best rules in industry, we're happy to see he's benefiting from that, obviously. You know, I really appreciate him saying we have a much better and simpler payout rules for the traders. That is pretty much the thing we set out to do in the future space. In particular, we felt like there was a lot of hidden rules out there in the future space that we wanted to completely eliminate. So Bryce, I really appreciate your testimonial here. I know you've done incredibly well with us, but on top of that, I do appreciate you being transparent about, you know, you have struggled with other firms, but Alpha Futures has become your home, because that's exactly what we were trying to build here, was a home for traders that they can stay with consistently and get those payouts. So congrats on the payouts, Bryce. And again, really appreciate this message, man, being transparent that, hey, success didn't always come your way. Very happy to see you're doing so well now. Up next is Edie here. So this is a message from his first payout back in October with us. Again, being transparent, talking about how he's blown plenty of prop accounts in the past. Very happy to see you've had some success with us, though, man. Again, I think that does speak to our rules, which he actually highlights. His favorite thing about Alpha Futures is the rule that our MLL is not affected by withdrawals. So anybody that doesn't understand that, this would be you being in the future space for a little while for you to really get a grip on it. But overall, let's say I only withdraw $100 at other firms, my maximum loss limit will actually slide up to break even, meaning that starting point of the account. So if I have a 50K account, I only withdraw $100. At other firms, my maximum loss limit would now be 50K. So that obviously does take away a lot of your buffer or any drawdown that you have on the account. With us, whatever your maximum loss limit was before withdrawal, it will be the same after withdrawal. This is something that I felt was kind of a predatory rule in the space. It basically turns your qualified or funded account into a second evaluation. While a lot of firms say they are one-step evaluation, that's just not true between the threshold you have to hit for a withdrawal or this rule that your maximum loss limit becomes zero, no matter what the amount of your first withdrawal is. So with us, that first payout is a little bit more achievable without having to do that second evaluation on your qualified stage, as well as it encourages taking some of that risk off that maybe you've spent a good amount of money on challenges and you want to get some cash back quickly, even if it's small amounts. You were able to make those consistent smaller withdrawals with us a lot easier than other firms. So Edie, I really appreciate you recognizing that, hey, we did put a lot of effort into that rule change with us compared to other firms. And I'm, of course, glad to hear that you're enjoying it and noticing a difference from day one. Congrats on that first payout. Andy, so this is not to be biased or anything. I never want to pick favorites. This is one of the best stories we have from our traders so far, though. So this is actually Andy's second payout. I did do a trader interview with him. If you guys want to check it out, it has been posted on the channel as well. But Andy has taken one 50K evaluation with us, which is only $79, and he's been paid out more than $15,000 with us now. So he took his $79 plus his activation fee, which is $149, and turned it into $15,000. I think this really, really shows the power that prop firms have, especially when you're a disciplined trader like Andy. That is an incredible feat to pass one challenge and then keep the funded account this whole time. And I even posted right below that $15,000 in payouts now for Andy from a single 50K account. Just incredible stuff. I think Andy's story truly shows you the power that every single retail trader has by getting involved with prop firms. I mean, he turned $200 into $15,000 now. Just an incredible, incredible feat for Andy, and had a great time chatting with him. Experienced trader at a young age. I believe he's only 20 still, if my memory served me correctly. But just awesome stuff for Andy. This was a perfect example of showing you how prop firms can change your life, turning a couple $100 into $15,000 Awesome stuff, Andy. Again, thank you so much for sharing your experience, man, doing that interview with me, because more traders need to see the power that prop firms have. And obviously, we talked about how our rules kind of benefit traders more in that interview, and Andy's opinions on how we can improve too. We take very, very seriously. So, Andy, one of the best stories out there for sure. A couple $100 into 15,000. Way to go. All right, up next, David. David has been in the prop firm space for a few years. He and I have just talked over Discord. Trying to still get him to do an interview with me. I will continue chasing you down, David, if you're watching this. But David is actually our leading total all-time payouts here at Alpha Futures. David, and we've only been operating for about 6 months now. David has already done more than $40,000 in payouts at Alpha Futures. David has traded with multiple other futures firms. Again, he does call Alpha Futures his home. Kindly enough, he has left us some pretty great reviews on Trustpilot too, calling us the best prop firm ever, which I do really appreciate so much, David. But over $40,000 for David. Again, he's somebody that didn't just take one evaluation; he kept at it. He has somebody that's been trading the future space for multiple years. He understands that risk reward he has access to with prop firms, but over $40,000 for David just from Alpha Futures in the last 6 months. Incredible stuff. I know he is trading with other firms too. I'm sure he's done well with them. But Alpha Futures does seem to be his home, and I believe it's where he's done the most payouts so far. So keep up the great work, David. I'm looking forward to whenever you hit that 6-figure mark. I think it'll probably be within the next year, which is awesome stuff, man. Congrats. So Lonewolf trader here, again, somebody when I've got to talk with them has traded with multiple prop firms. This is a screenshot of their first payout with us here, just over $600. So looking to continue to scale their payouts, right, to match the payout scaling plan. So just for those of you that don't know, we do reward kind of consistency and account longevity, meaning your first 2 payouts on the standard plan are going to be 70% split, next to 80%. From there on out, you do have access to a 90% split. Again, just rewarding those that show us they know how to keep an account long term. And obviously, these are the people that we're looking to eventually move to live funds, are those people that consistently get to that 90% split. So Lonewolf traders taking the right approach, that they want to continue to trade the account, continue to grow that account, get to those higher profit splits. But the nice thing is they can pay themselves along the way. And like we talked about, our maximum loss limit does not slide to break even though they took a smaller payout here of $600. At other firms, your maximum loss limit would go to break even though you maybe only take a smaller payout like this for $600. But it's important to pay yourself as a trader, which we believe our rules support better than other firms. Personally, I do absolutely believe that. And Lonewolf Trader, good example there of taking some payouts as they build the account. So keep up the great work. Awesome. So this is just a message from me about all of our traders. This was back in September. This was only after 2 months of actually issuing payouts and distributing performance fees. We broke the 100K mark in less than 2 months from that first payout. Again, as I say in the message here, we appreciate so much those of you that actually decide to share those payouts in the payout proof section of the Discord. There's a reason why we don't have a company bot or company account posting these. We want people to see, hey, these are real people deciding to post their payouts because they like us enough as a firm to go ahead and do that. You will see, other companies, they just have a bot or company account saying this trader got paid, this trader got paid. We do share these numbers periodically. That's obviously why I sent this message, but it is very important for us that it is the user posting that, hey, I got paid in less than 24 hours. Here's how much. Alpha Futures has been great. Or if they share some constructive criticism, we obviously want to hear that too. But that's why we have the trader themselves posting payout proof and not a company bot or company account posting that. We think it's extremely important for traders to see other traders posting that. So as always, guys, thank you so much for those of you that decide to share it. We did break the 100K mark in less than 2 months, and we actually broke the 300K mark of total payments that have gone out to our traders in November of this year. Next, we have Kash. So Kash is actually very, very active in our Discord. If you look through, he and I are always kind of shooting the breeze a little bit. He's a good guy. He's been in the future space for quite a while, trading with some other firms. Again, he seems to have found his home at Alpha Futures. You can see here he did just shy of an $8,000 payout with us. I also did do a trader interview with Kash here if you want to check that out. But yeah, I mean, he obviously enjoyed the very quick processing of payouts. I know he and I have traded at similar firms where we both waited for over 2 weeks for our payouts. Kash has been paid same day by us for all of his requests. Just again, another experienced trader that has tried a lot of firms in the space, but has found his home at Alpha Futures. And Kash, I always appreciate you being active in the Discord. Get to share some good laughs and just talk trading with another like-minded and likable guy. Not much more I could ask for. So thanks for your time as always, Kash. Up next is flea market. So this is actually somebody I've traded with in the past and some of the other Discord communities and stuff I've been in throughout my years as a trader now. But flea market did follow me over to Alpha Futures from one of our communities, and you know, customer support is a huge focus of ours, and that was his main comment here, is that he opened a ticket and he was answered within seconds. That is still consistent to this day. He did send this message probably back in September, if I had to guess, just a couple months after launch. That is still true to this day, though, as I'm shooting this video in December. That is always a focus of ours, is to get back to you guys right away, because there's nothing worse as a trader than having an issue with your account, having an issue with your payout, and not being able to get a hold of the company, and it leaves you wondering what the heck is going on. We never want you guys to be in that situation. Always try to process whatever your needs are as a trader right away, and if it's not done right away, you will get an answer right away of what we're working on or what we're doing to make sure you have a good experience as a customer. And since that message, he did say, you know, A+ all around, which we appreciate, but he can't wait to be a qualified trader here soon. If I'm not mistaken, he actually did just pass his first account with us last week, so congrats on that, man. Continue the journey. And JT opened a support ticket with myself and AB. That is one of our support managers here. AB is incredible. He's typically the one answering all of you during US hours. He does a great job. But we basically talked about, you know, how long trades need to be held for. So that is just in regards to our tick scalping rule. There is no actual time you need to hold trades. It's just being aware of the tick scalping rule that we have posted publicly on our website. It is extremely similar to the rules you'll see out there from other firms too. It's just to make sure nobody's taking advantage of the sim environment. We're trying to develop profitable long-term strategies that people can transfer to live funds. So that's all he's talking with, but we do always want to handle your concerns if you do have any on our prohibited conduct. We will always explain the rule to you, make sure you understand it. And JT even said he's funded with 2 other futures firms, but he says their customer service doesn't even come close. Appreciate that a lot. We do put a ton of effort to make sure we are on top of our game at all points, and we always want to be at the top of the industry when it comes to customer support. So JT, I appreciate you sharing that feedback, because it does go a long way for, again, encouraging other traders that if you have a concern, come speak to us. We'll either address it and look to change something, or make sure you understand why we have a rule that way. But make sure overall your concerns are addressed, which JT, thanks for sharing that, man. We got Great Mallard here. So his name is also Ben. He is somebody I've traded with at other Discord communities over my years in the industry. Again, somebody that really appreciate you, Ben, coming over here and first of all trusting me, but then getting to know our wonderful staff here at Alpha Futures and learning to, you know, immediately trust them because they treated you well. But he is a very solid trader. I can say that I've been trading with Ben actually for years now. We did a trader interview. It's been almost 3 years now, I believe. We discovered in that interview. But I really can't thank you enough for making sure that other people appreciate how quickly our support staff answers. And Ben, I believe, has done 4 or 5 different payouts with us now. He has 3 qualified accounts. He's an incredibly consistent trader. He takes the right approach the way it comes to prop firms. Just focusing on consistency. He is funded, I believe he said, 4 different prop firms there. And Alpha has exceeded his expectations. That obviously is our goal, is to put ourselves right at the top of the industry. And Ben, I really appreciate you vocalizing that you do believe we are up there on top of the industry, because that is obviously our goal with our support staff, with our rules, and our processing for payouts, which, like I said, Ben's done, I believe, 4 or 5 with us now, and he's been incredibly consistent. But yeah, to update that message, they said next up getting a payout. He has done 4 or 5 now, which is awesome to see. But thank you for expressing that appreciation, Ben. It goes a long way. And finally, we've got my man Bryce here again. So this was just at the end of November. It was last week from when I'm shooting this video. But Bryce has done our biggest payout to date, just a little bit over $25,000. This is off a singular account. This is not copy traded across multiple. This is our largest singular payout to date here at Alpha Futures. Again, Bryce has been in the future space for a little bit now, coming from the Forex space, mostly with prop firms. Again, he's expressed that he has truly found a home here at Alpha Futures. Obviously, that $25,000 payout makes him feel right at home. Bryce, I'm hoping to see more of these for you, man. Again, we love to see that success for you as a consistent trader. As he said, quick payout. We treat any size payout the same as small or large. He did do about a $2,000 payout with us previously in the year. He was paid out the same day on this $25,000 payout too. No matter the size of your payout, no matter the size of your account, everybody gets treated the same with respect, with priority here at Alpha Futures. We care about all of our traders equally. You will be paid out just as fast no matter the size of that payout, and Bryce made sure to express that, which we appreciate, because I know me as a trader, I even talked about this. I've done payouts of similar size at other firms. The fastest I've ever got paid for a similar payout was 12 days. Bryce was paid out the same day. And again, if you're ever not paid out same day, you will be getting communication from us on why that is happening, but you will always have updates on those payouts. So Bryce, congrats on the massive payout, man. Largest one to date here at Alpha Futures. And again, I really appreciate you just showing that gratefulness, and you're sharing your experience. It goes a long way. Thank you so much for that. All right, so that will wrap up the video today, guys. Just wanted to share some of those trader success stories, as well as people that weren't scared to admit that they've struggled in the past and maybe why they've succeeded with Alpha Futures. Again, we appreciate that transparency and that vulnerability so much, because it shows other people you all are real people going through this. It's not always good. There's bad times, there's good times. We love to see Alpha Futures bring you guys those good times though. So I do encourage more of you to please share your stories in the testimonial section of the Discord, whether you've got a payout or not. We want to hear from you guys on things that are going well, things we need to adjust, but you know, we need that feedback from you as traders to make sure we're consistently improving, and as well as knowing what things we need to hold on to that you really love as traders. So please share those in Discord. There is a testimonial section right in there. You can share those messages, and those of you that do share, there might be some prizes coming your way in the future in the Discord. So keep posting those, and I will catch you guys soon. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.